This is for anyone out there who has ever felt the sheer weight of their own ambition. If you're right in the middle of a fight, feeling totally worn down, and the idea of taking another step feels, well, almost impossible, this is for you. Let's get into the heart of that struggle together.
Man, this one really hits home, doesn't it? It's not just about being physically tired. It's a different kind of exhaustion, a soul-deep weariness that comes from carrying your own dreams. It's that feeling when you first wake up and boom, the pressure is already sitting on your chest before your feet even hit the floor.
And in those moments, that pull to just let it all go is so strong. Quitting starts to look like the only logical, sane choice, right? It's really important to just acknowledge that feeling, to know that it's a real and honestly a normal part of any journey that's actually worth it, Am.
But what if that struggle, that feeling of being completely and utterly drained, isn't actually a sign to stop? What if it's the sign that you're in the middle of building something incredible? Something that nobody else can even see yet?
This right here, this nails the disconnect perfectly. People on the outside, they only see the highlight reel. They see the success, the glory, the finished product. But the silent reality, that's where the real story is. That's you, alone, wide awake at 3 a.m., questioning every single move you've made. They don't see the crushing pressure when it feels like everything's about to fall apart.
And this is the truth. This is where greatness is forged. The most important work, the work that really defines whether you make it or not, it happens in these moments of total solitude. It's built in the quiet hours when it's just you, your dream, and absolutely no audience to cheer you on.
And you have to remember this. Every single person you look up to has walked this exact same path. Before they were celebrated, they were ignored. Before anyone believed in them, they were doubted. They were constantly underestimated, and they failed more times than they could possibly count. This isn't some unique struggle only you are facing. This is the price of admission.
So what's the difference maker? What's the one thing that separates the people who make it from those who don't? It's not talent, it's not luck. It really just boils down to this one simple, stubborn, and incredibly powerful thing: the refusal to stop. Period.
Okay, so admitting it's hard is one thing, but what if you could actually use it? Now we're going to talk about how you can take all that negative energy, the doubt, the fear, the pressure, and turn it into the very fuel that pushes you forward.
Just look at this for a second. The pain you're feeling right now, the struggle you're in this week, this month, maybe even this year, it's temporary. It has an expiration date. But the decision to quit, that feeling of what if, that stuff lasts forever. The regret of giving up will always, always outweigh the temporary pain of just pushing through.
So the next time that little voice starts telling you to stop, I want you to ask yourself this question. Don't think about the pain of right now. Go back. Go all the way back to the beginning. Why did you even start this in the first place? Remember that life you promised yourself you were going to build? Remember every single person who said you couldn't do it and used their doubt as fire? Remember that fear you're trying to conquer? And more than anything, reconnect with that burning desire to prove to yourself that you were right about this all along.
This right here, this needs to be your mantra. Every single failure, every obstacle, every time you get knocked flat on your back is not the end of the story. It's just the setup. It's the beginning of the next chapter, and that's the comeback chapter.
All right, so we've reset the mindset. Now let's talk action. Because when it's all said and done, everything comes down to the simple, undeniable power of just moving forward.
And this is so important to get. We build up these myths that you need to be a superhero to succeed. You don't. You don't have to be the strongest or the smartest or the most talented person in the room. You just have to be the most stubborn. You just have to be the one who refuses to quit.
So here it is, a simple, powerful plan. When you feel completely defeated, here's what you do. First, just stand up. Physically get on your feet, even if your knees are shaking. Second, move forward. It doesn't have to be a giant leap. One tiny step is enough. And third, you make a promise to yourself that you will rise again, no matter what. That part is non-negotiable. And it all starts with the power of one. One decision, one breath, one more step. That's all it takes to break that feeling of defeat and to start over. Never, ever underestimate the power of that. Progress is progress, no matter how small it looks.
Now let's zoom out for a minute, because this fight you're in, it's about more than just you. It's about the story you're writing with your life. It's about the legacy you are crafting with every single decision to keep going.
Seriously,
Just think about that for a second. Right now, in the middle of this mess, you are building a testimony. The way you're handling this struggle today is going to be the reason someone else, somewhere down the line, doesn't give up. Your courage is going to become their inspiration. So in the end, you really have a choice between two different stories. Are you going to tell a story of courage, about how you faced down impossible odds and just refused to break? Or are you going to tell a story of regret, about what could have been if only you'd taken one more step? The choice of which story your life tells is being made right now in these hard moments.
So take a breath, reset, and rise again. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how exhausted you feel, the message is this simple and this absolute: never give up.